What's poppin' partners? It's JB2 Raw back in motion with another video, man. So fellas, we can all admit that we love healthy situations with women. You know, when everything is going smooth, everything is going right. But as we know, even in some of those situations, there's an up to every down, there's a right to every left, it's an in to every out. So even in those good situations, sometimes bad things can occur. You feel me? So in this video, I'm gonna give you 3 things that you should never do with women that could cause a situation to turn bad or could cause attacks on your peace after a situation is over that you had with a woman. As we all know how whimsical and emotionally outlandish a woman could be. If you know, you know, salute to you. If you don't, listen and learn, my boy. I got you. But before I get into it, make sure y'all subscribe, man. The love is much appreciated, man. I need y'all to continue to support me. You know what I'm saying? But without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, never tell a woman anything that's going to be too deep. The reason why I say this is because the woman, as I just said, is whimsical in nature. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to choose her feelings over everything. If her feelings gets taken to a certain level, whether it's anger or whatever the case may be, heartbreak, whatever, you know what I'm saying? If it gets taken to a certain level, she's going to choose those feelings, and whatever her feelings tell her to do, she's going to do it. That deep thing that you told her, that you probably never told anybody else, or maybe you told your best of best partners or buddies or whatever the case may be, the difference is that they're men. You know what I'm saying? They pretty much have control over their emotions, and our friendships aren't built on air like how a woman's friendships are built. You know what I'm saying? They're built on bricks for the most part. But that thing that you told her, that deep thing that you probably never told anyone, or you told your best of friends or whatever, she's now using it against you, but you thought she would never use it against you. When it's your fault because you should never told her in the first place, knowing that she's a woman. That deep thing that you told her that you thought she would never tell anyone else, all of a sudden it's another person that know. You and her aren't the only two that know anymore because she ran her mouth to somebody. Again, with love, you know what I'm saying? It's your fault. You got to look at yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to look in the mirror in those type of situations. So what I would say in this case is never speak anything to a woman that you feel like she could use against you at a later time. Don't expect her to be able to control her mouth if her emotions control her. You know what I'm saying? Or control her actions either. Next, having high expectations. Never do this. You know what I'm saying? The only expectation you should have for a woman is that she's going to be a woman. That's it. She's going to be how women are, say what women say, do what women do. Some more, some less. But collectively, she's going to be a woman. When you do this, you create delusions in your mind that, to where you're telling yourself, my girl wouldn't do this. My girl wouldn't say that. She wouldn't go there. She wouldn't, you know what I'm saying? And you're just creating delusions in your mind based off of those high expectations. A woman is capable of whatever the next woman is capable of. If she's in the right emotion and that emotion is taken to the right level, she's capable of what the next woman is. You know what I'm saying? And the next, so forth and so on. If she's in one of those strong emotions, I bet you money that she's going to choose that emotion over you every single time. Maybe if she's, you know what I'm saying, she was raised a certain type of way, she has a feminine type spirit and things of that nature, it may not be 10 times out of 10. It may be a little less than that, but 8 times out of 10. Would you bet when the odds against you, you have an 80% chance of losing and a 20% chance of winning? I don't think so either. So even with those quality women, it's still like a 8 times out of 10. You shouldn't have high expectations, period. If you do, you could be setting yourself up for a heartbreak, going broke, even a tragedy. You know what I'm saying? So forth and so on. Once you have those high expectations, thinking that your woman, wouldn't do something that the next would. In some ways, that could be true, but only 8 times out of 10, like I said earlier. 8 times out of 10, or 2 times out of 10. So 8 times out of 10, she's going to be the same way the next woman is. Sometimes they don't even know what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? When they get in their emotions, everything is just random and it's out of their control. Well, it is in their control, but you know what controls them? Emotions, feelings. As a man, you know, when a woman gets in her emotions, I feel as though a man should know what a woman is going to do, the different routes she could take, and the levels that she could take those routes to, even more than a woman, even though she's the one doing them. Say, for instance, hey, she real mad, and, you know, y'all kind of like, y'all not talking today or whatever the case may be. You should know she's either going to do this, or this. If it gets taken to this level, she might do that. But since she's on this level right now, she's going to do that, or that. You know what I'm saying? You should already have things planned out. You should already know the different routes that she could take when she gets in her emotions. You know what I'm saying? You should know better than her, honestly, because her emotions rule her. You're thinking with logic, and we know them like the back of our hands, right? So we should know the different routes that they're going to take. You know, what's possible, what's not. So always expect her to be a woman for self-preservation, preservation purposes. Stuttering a lot. Brothers, my mouth speak things before my brain can, you know what I'm saying, can calculate everything. Or is it the other way around? I don't have a speech impediment or anything, and no disrespect to anyone that does, but, you know, I just be ready to say it, and my brain be like, slow down. This is how you need to say it. You know what I'm saying? And it turns out to be a stutter. But anyway, always expect a woman to be a woman. Lastly, fellas, never allow small bad seeds to grow into a tree. What do I mean by this? A woman is always going to see how far she can go before you correct the situation. That's the kid in them. And that's a way that women don't know. They know that they aren't leaders and men are the leaders, you know what I'm saying? And that we are not equal because they're always looking to get checked for something. They're always trying to see how far they can go. You know what I'm saying? How far can she go before you clamp down on her? AKA check her, distance yourself from her, or just flat out cut off. It's your job to make sure you get a hold of all of that mess so that things don't get off track. So you got to check it in its tracks for her to be able to continue to still be in your life, because if she really likes you, you know what I'm saying, what she doesn't want to do is take you to a point to where you have to distance yourself or cut her off, because then she won't be able to be in your life no more. So at the end of the day, whether she knows it or not, you're actually doing her a favor by clamping down on her. I'm not speaking none physical. You know what I'm saying? Either cutting her off, distancing yourself for some time, you know what I'm saying, or just checking her. It depends on the situation, right? But anyway, fellas, this has been the video. This is part 1 of 3 things that you should never do with women. Make sure y'all like. Please remember to like, subscribe. And feel free to let me know how you feel in the comments about this video, man. If you want to add anything to it, this is just part 1. Let me know, man. Make sure y'all keep the Most High first. Stay up, stay strong, stay out the way. It's JB2 Raw. Until next time, brothers. Peace.